हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू फिजिक्स-o-mania। सो इस क्वेश्चन में हमें दिया गया है कैलकुलेट द वेलोसिटी ऑफ द सेंटर ऑफ मास ऑफ द सिस्टम ऑफ द पार्टिकल्स एज shown in the figure. So here we will number it as 1, let it be 3, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now what will happen here? We will take the components of the velocities because we know that the velocity of center of mass is given by m1 v1 plus of m2 v2 plus of m3 v3 plus m4 v4 plus of m5 v5, okay, upon sum of the masses, that is m1 plus m2 plus m3 plus m4 plus m5. Now here we have to find the value of v1, v2, v3, v4 and v5. So what is the value of v1? So as you can see, this is 37 degree, okay, this is 37 degree. So this component, this will have two components here, one component in this direction and this will be 1.5 cos of 37 degree, and here we'll have another component, that is 1.5 sine of 37 degree, and here we will take the axis as, let it be positive x-axis, right side, this will be positive y-axis, this will be negative y-axis, and this will be negative x-axis. So here what will be the value of v1? V1 will be equal to minus of 1.5 cos of 37 degree, because it is towards the left, so it is towards the left, so it will be minus 1.5 cos 37 degree I cap minus of, and it will be negative because it is below, it will be negative because it is below the x-axis, so it will be minus of 1.5 sine of 37 degree j cap. Now what is the value of sine 37 cos 37? Now we know the triangle here. If this is 37 degree, this will be 3, this will be 4 and this will be 5. So from here we can say the value of cos 37, that will be 4 by 5, and the value of 4 by 5 and the value of sine 37, that is 3 by 5. So from here we can write it will be minus of 1.2 I cap and this will be minus 0.9 j cap, because here 1.5 will get cancelled out and we will get 0.3, so it will be minus 1.2 and minus 0.9 j cap. Okay, now let's talk about v2. So what is the value of v2 here? The velocity of second particle, as you can see, it has the velocity only in the positive y-axis, so it will be 0.4 j cap. Now what about the third particle? Now as you can see here, it will have two components, one in this direction, that is 1 cos of 37 degree, and one in the upward direction, that is 1 sine 37 degree. So it will be v3 will be minus of 1 cos 37 degree I cap plus of 1 sine 37 degree j cap. So from here we can write it will be minus of 3 by 5, cos 37 is 4 by 5, sorry, cos 37 is, so this will be minus of 4 by 5, that is 0.8 I cap plus of sine 37 is 3 by 5, so it will be 0.6 j cap. Now what about the velocity of fourth particle, that is v4? It will be, as you can see, it has velocity only in the x direction, positive x direction, so it will be 3 I cap. Now what about the fifth particle? The velocity v5 will be, as you can see, it will have two components, one in the positive x axis and one in the negative y axis, so it will be equal to 2 cos plus of 2 cos 37 degree I cap minus of 2 sine 37 degree j cap. So this will be equal to 2 into 4 by 5 I cap minus of 2 into 3 by 5 j cap. So it will be 8 by 5, that means it will be 1.6 I cap minus of, it is 6, so it will be 1.2 j cap. Now if you put all these values in the center of mass equation, the velocity of center of mass, so it will be m1 into v1. So what is the value of m1? M1 is 1 kg, as you can see here, m1 is 1 kg, let me write it here, m1 is 1 kg. The value of m2, that is 1.2 kg, and the value of M3 that is equal to 1.5 kg, and the value of M4 that is 0.5, and the value of M5 that is equal to 1 kg. Now if we put here M1, what is the value of M1? That is 1 into V1 that is equal to minus of 1.2 I cap minus 0.9 J cap plus of the value of M2 that is 1.2 into 0.4 J cap plus of the value of M3 is 1.5, and the value of V3 is minus of 0.8 I cap plus of 0.6 J cap. Now अब क्या होगा? The value of M4 that is 0.5, and this is equal to 3 I cap. Now the value of M5, 1 into the value of V5 that is 1.6 I cap minus 1.2 J cap. ठीक है, upon sum of masses that is M1 1 plus 1.2 plus 1.5 plus of 0.5 plus of 1. तो यहाँ से वेलोसिटी ऑफ सेंटर ऑफ मास हम क्या लिख सकते हैं? ये हो जाएगा माइनस ऑफ 1.2 आई कैप माइनस 0.9 जे कैप प्लस ऑफ 0.48 जे कैप minus of 1.2 I cap plus of 0.9 J cap plus of 1.5 I cap plus of 1.6 I cap minus of 1.2 J cap, और नीचे सम मासेस का सम क्या आ जाएगा? ये वैल्यू, ये कितना आएगा? ये आ जाएगा 1 plus e to 2.2, this is 3.7 plus 0.5 that is 4.2, and plus 1 that is this will be equal to 5.2. 5.2. Now अब यहाँ से हम देख सकते हैं जिस 0.9 J cap एंड 0.9 J cap कैंसिल हो जाएगा, तो वेलोसिटी ऑफ सेंटर ऑफ मास क्या आ जाएगा? यहाँ पे ये हो जाएगा माइनस 1.2 माइनस 1.2 that is minus of 2.4 minus of 2.4 I cap plus of 1.5 I cap 1.5 and 1.6, this will be equal to 3.1, so it will, we can write it here, it will be plus of 3.1 I cap. Now what about J cap? So here you can see that 0.48 plus of 0.48 and minus 1.2, so this value will come out to be minus of 0.72 J cap upon 5.2. Now from here we can write velocity of center of mass, ये कितना हो जाएगा? 0.7 I cap minus of 0.72 J cap upon 5.2. अगर हम इसे डिवाइड करके लिखेंगे अलग अलग, तो ये कितना हो जाएगा? 0.13 I cap माइनस ऑफ 0.13 J cap. ठीक है, अब यहाँ से हम क्या लिख सकते हैं? वेलोसिटी ऑफ सेंटर ऑफ मास क्या हो जाएगा? अगर हम मैग्नीट्यूड की बात करें तो वो क्या हो जाएगा? रूट अंडर ऑफ 0.13 स्क्वायर प्लस ऑफ 0.13 स्क्वायर, एंड दिस ये वैल्यू कितना आ जाएगा? ये अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 1.8 मीटर पर सेकेंड आएगा, जिसको हम लिख सकते हैं इट विल बी अप्रॉक्सीमेटली इक्वल टू 2 मीटर पर सेकेंड. ये हो गया वेलोसिटी का मैग्नीट्यूड, सेंटर ऑफ मास की वेलोसिटी का मैग्नीट्यूड. अगर हम डायरेक्शन की बात करें अगर, तो हम यहाँ पे क्या लिख सकते हैं? सिंस ये हो जाएगा आई कैप डायरेक्शन में 0.13 एंड ये हो जाएगा नेगेटिव वाई डायरेक्शन में 0.13, तो इसका जो डायरेक्शन आएगा वो कितना हो जाएगा? एट एंगल ऑफ 45 डिग्री. सो दिस विल बी द आंसर.